Hello again, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kanye. Please make sure that you subscribe, like, and share the page, and even comment below. I'll be able to answer any comments that you have. Yes, now I'm going to talk about how I went to Johannesburg unannounced. Yes, the girl is a fighter. Okay, as you all know now that um, moms are only introduced one child out of the other children that she has. So that one was staying with them. So the others were left behind, suffering with my grandmother and other siblings along. Okay, what made me go to Johannesburg unannounced? Or as I told you before that, Mom's never mentioned that she has other kids besides that one. So, as you are aware that even if every time we're going to Joburg for holiday, we have to be reminded that we can't mention that who's my mother and so forth. So, what happened this time around? It was September. No. It was June. It was after June. Okay, what happened is I've passed matric and I went to study in East London doing secretarial. However, I quitted secretarial because I always dreamed seeing myself as a boss having the secretary, not the other way around. Not me being a secretary for someone's boss. So I was like, no, this is not what I want. This is not my dream. Yes, there's a saying that says, quitters never win and winners never quit. But I had to quit that one and start something else, which I'm grateful of. Okay, now after 2 years of doing the secretarial, then I went to the university to do a degree. So it was my first year at the university. I was doing a BSc degree, and then on the after the first semester, we got the letters. We didn't even get the results. I applied for NSFAS. So we got the letter from the university that if we do not pay 50% of our fees, we will not be allowed for the second semester. So NSFAS has not paid yet at that time, and schools were about to open. So I needed money, that 50% of the fees, in order to continue with my studies. So, oh, by the way, that year I was pregnant and I gave birth to my healthy baby boy, who is a university child. All my university colleagues, they know him. They know him from birth. He was crawling there in that university. He was walking there. He's a university child. It's something that I'm not proud of, but it's something that made me fight more for myself, looking forward to be successful and have something to work for. All right. So I sent Mamzo the email that this is the situation. Can I have I think it was about 4,200 rand, the 50% of the fees. The whole fees for that year was about 8,000 and some odd. So at the university, they wanted half of that amount. All right, I sent Mamzo. Guess what she said? No, I cannot have such an amount. I'm gonna pay 17,500 for the fees of your sibling. I don't want to say brother or sister. I don't want to make it obvious. So, and I was like, so much money. Do you think if you can take only 4,000 from the 17,000 and pay this side, will they reject when you come with, let's say 17,000, take out 4,000, you are still left with 11,000. No. Why? Where is my maths now? Okay, my maths came back. The girl is aging. So I asked, if you take only 4,000 from the 17,000 rand and pay 4,000 this side and pay 13,000 on that side, would you think they will reject it? Just to be fair. No, she refused. Because clearly her intentions is for one child out of all her children to be successful. I will put it that way, because it really doesn't make sense if you have so much money that you cannot share amongst your children for education, for Christ's sake. It's not that I want money for fancy things or whatever. For education. And bear in mind, science subjects are expensive. But my university was the cheapest. And the res is included there. So the amount was fair. At that time, it might look expensive, but look at the person who's got so much to pay for one child, instead of dividing amongst all her children and make sure that everyone has got a fair share and everyone has to succeed end of the day. So she refused. The fighter in me said, no ways. I know what I want in life, and there's nothing else I want in life more than education. So if I don't fight for myself, who is going to fight for me? Guess what? I went to my high school teacher who was so fond of me, and he knows my family. So I told him that my mother is sick. Can he lend me money for the bus? I want to go to Joburg and see my mom. My teacher gave me the money. I took the bus. I went to Joburg. Okay, I went to Joburg. I just went. I was fighting for my rights. I was fighting for myself. So I think it's Kronstadt, the bus stop there, and then I saw the public phone. I called Mamzo. And she could see the number from her landline. I think the landline, but that time they were showing the numbers or whatever, I don't know. I told her that since you can't give me money for school, then I'm coming. I'm going to stay with you. I'm not going to stay there by my grandmother and suffer. So I'm on my way. Yo, she was so furious. She said, go back. I said, how am I going to go back? The bus is going that way, not that way. Bear in mind, I won't know how to get to her house. And by the way, she has changed the house now. She's no longer staying where she was staying. Even if she was staying where she was staying, because when we usually go to Joburg for holidays, the bus will stop wherever it's supposed to stop or to take us off, maybe back station or whatever. I think there was a garage that we were told to get off on that garage. So my stepfather will come and fetch us. So we never use public transport. I literally don't know how to get into her house. But here am I on my way to Joburg. All right, I arrived at Park Station at about 4:30 or 5 a.m. The buses then, they were arriving very early. So I arrived and I called again. I said, I'm in Park Station. She said, stay there. And I stayed there. I had no hope that she will come and fetch me. I think I eventually slept on those chairs there in the Park Station. Just imagine 5, 6, 7, 8. She arrived after 9. And she was so furious at me. And my only thing was, if it's too much burden for you to give me money for education, then tell me who's my father. At least he can help you. I made him even more furious. She was even more angry. But I thought it's a solution for me because you did not make this child alone. So, if you can't do it by yourself, then ask assistance from the father. Okay. So, she said she's on her way to work. She's late already. And I made her fight with her husband and so forth and so forth. A lot of things that are so unrelated to me. But she gave me a bus money. She showed me where I can get the bus and told me I should get the bus return, this and that. And when you get into the bus will go, there will be so much stops and stops. You're going to get off at this stop. And when you get off, you must go straight, turn left. There's a house there, blah, 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 blah. Luckily, thanks to Fitoli, she trained me while I was very young to listen to instructions and do as I was told. As I told you before that, when I was young in PE, Fitoli will send me anywhere and I will go and come back home safe. So that was not a train smash for me. That was not a new thing to be told what to do. And, of course, the fear of getting lost is there, but I trust myself that much and I was brave enough that I don't have a choice. So I took the bus, I get off, I went to her house. I think I slept and whatever until she came back from work and she asked me, what is it that I want from her? I said, simple thing. I want education. Just money to study so that I'll get off your shoulders. That's the only thing I want from you. If you can't give me that, then give me my father. At least he can play a role. Okay, she ignored the father part. She did not even talk about it and ask how much is the money for the university that they want and so forth. I told her. She went and made the loan for the money. And she get the loan from one of our family members. And up to date, she never paid back her money. And that's the saddest part. But on my other hand, I got what I wanted. The next day, I went back to school. because I wanted to study. I wanted school more than anything. So that's how I went to Joburg for the first time unannounced. And it was not the last time. Ciao. Have a lovely day. See you on the next vlog.